Welcome back to Let's Play Endless Space 2 on the Reawakening Update. Series 11, episode number 15. I'm JC Proton, and we are picking up at turn number 36. We're playing a standard faction of the Cravers on endless difficulty in a fast speed game. In this episode, we are going to be assigning our new virtual endless hero to a fleet. And we're going to be doing a lot of fleet movements, moving fleets towards target objectives. We're going to be figuring out how we're going to get fleets over here en route to Certe, the Certe system, where there are the Cephaloros that have this bountiful filtration faction trait that we are definitely wanting to get as soon as we possibly can. In addition to that, we are going to be sending a hero from Husk towards the Infinite Factory. We can go ahead and get that en route now. And I guess we'll do that next turn probably. That'll help progress our faction quest line. Additionally, we have a fleet here over at AC4. We just produced this guard ship, a coordinator class type vessel. And we're going to have that fleet head over to Justicum and going to have them meet up with these ships that we're going to be attacking over here at Regulus. So that is all part of what's going on. Also, AJ3, I already renamed it and set up the build queue here, has turned into a colony now. And I think I'm going to actually hold off on this level 2 modernization because I want to do the upgrade at Husk, but I don't have enough resources. I don't have enough of the dust deciduous trees. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel this level 2 modernization to free up the resources to do the upgrade at Husk. This is the first system that I'm going to be able to upgrade to level 3. I really want the industry upgrade. Husk is kind of running behind. My home system's running behind. Hasn't built these food upgrades, and I need to build this, build out the colonization on this lava planet, and I want to get this predictive logistics and the AI labor. So there's a lot of work I got to do here. I need to get on it. It needs the boost of industry. So that's gonna kind of change the prioritization. We'll get this this guy upgraded out here when we can, essentially. So we need to increase our resource production. Right now we are at 18 dust deciduous trees, 3 void stone, 4 titanium, 4 hyperium, 2.5 adamantium. That ain't gonna cut it, man. That is just not gonna be sufficient, right? That's part of the whole scarce resources thing, is it makes the game harder, right? So I think what we're gonna do, so these are the next 2 that we're researching: graviton research and wave function control, and that'll unlock being able to see the rare curiosities. I want to go ahead and queue up chameleon spaces so that we can get the slag and sludge center. And I mean, we are cranking out 1,758 science production per turn. Our science is rocking. So that's going well. So I want to get the resources going, and then we'll do this research here, ultra deep habitats, once it's unlocked, and that's 6,000, 6,100. So we'll be able to knock that out in probably around 4 turns. I mean, the price goes up for every research you complete. It increases the price of all future researches, so but yeah, it'll probably be, I'm guessing, around 4 or 5 turns, somewhere between 3 and 5 turns. Let's go ahead and do the hero here. So I want to pair him up with this intruder, and I think what I'm going to do probably is bring this fleet over here to Timos. Looks like they can get there inside of 4 turns. If the intruder was doing it by itself, 8 turns away, right, to get there. So that's kind of a lot. Doesn't really accomplish the objective of having it combined with the fleet. But let me put the hero, my new virtual endless hero, onto that fleet. The intruder has movement speed of 11, so I want to try to match that with my hero. So let's take a look at him and see what we can do here. Okay, so we want the base speed to be 11. That's 10. I guess I'm going to spend it. Alright, that gets us to 11. We'll end up changing that out for a probe later. And then a beam on top. And a gun and a missile. And then an armor. I like to put the armor in front. And then a shield. Let's see what the difference is between the shields. That one's 3,000 and 71% versus this one is, ooh, way better. All right, I like the looks of that. Okay, so once he's done with the mission of delivering the intruder, then we're going to bring him back, and we'll probably swap this out and make this a probe module. So we're going to go with this design here. So speed 11, so it's going to be really, really fast. All right, so now altogether they would make it in 5 turns. But let's go ahead and do his skills. So he's going to go with speed and some more speed and then some more speed. Shield capacity on fleet, damage on fleet, experience per turn on fleet. I kind of like that one. Shield penetration on fleet, and probably I'm thinking damage on fleet would be a good one. Okay, I like it. All right, now they can get there in 2 turns. Which is really next turn. These guys are going to be the slowpokes bringing up the rear, honestly. So part of me wants to just, well, yeah, actually, but the only reason these guys are so fast is because they're speed 11. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll have these guys head over to Timos. So we got 2 attackers and 2 lobbers in that fleet. And the hero. Pretty heavily kinetic fleet. And then these guys are going to go over to Timos. Remember I cracked that joke about let's not have the virtual hero, the virtual endless and the concrete endless hero should be in the same room, and here I am flying them to the same star system. But actually, the the virtual guy's going to get their next turn, and then he'll be flying back by the time this guy gets there. So it's cool. I'm sure they wouldn't actually attack each other anyway. All right, so we got these guys en route, putting a fleet together at Timos, and then we'll go after this the Sirte system. Go for the Cephaloros. We've got the Infinite Factory. We've got a fleet headed there, and we've got a fleet coming together at Regulus. These guys probably, yeah, it was kind of a boo-boo. I kind of didn't mean to do that, but that's okay. I'm just going to let it ride. Just going to let it ride, man. Out here at the Cetus system, I spotted a Ruins 2. So usually, it's been my experience that the sim camp is usually comes out of a Expedition Power 2 Curiosity. So that makes me very interested in getting over there to explore that. So I'm going to get flying that direction. And I see there is a Sofon incubator colonizer ship heading up this way. It looks like we've got a competitive colonization going on here at the Hadar system. You have the Riftborn and the Sofons both trying to colonize the same system. So that's potential conflict. And you see there's a Sofon colony here at the Truce system behind these Riftborn systems. So it looks like we're going to have some border pressure, some conflict happening between the Riftborn and the Sofons. So that's good. And then I was looking at the diplomacy situation, and it turns out that the Riftborn are at war with the Vodiani. So that means that the Vodiani are probably over here on the far side of the Riftborn. And I haven't even met the Vodiani yet. So that's good. If it looks like there's going to be conflict between the Sofons and the Riftborn, and there's already conflict between the Vodiani and the Riftborn, that's good. The Riftborn have got some stuff going on to keep them busy, keep them occupied. And maybe there will be a little pressure to try to keep them in check a little bit. So there's the AJ3. I queued him up pretty far. We got Cravers growing. Oh, also here at AJ3, I went ahead and put at AF, AE, and AB, all three of them put one population in their spaceport heading out here to AJ3, and then I put two from the Husk system heading to AJ3. So we're going to be shipping 5 population into this system, so it's going to get a nice jump start on population pretty quickly. All right, let's, I guess we could move all fleets. Let's fly over here to Statorus. And there's Virac. What do we got there? Atmospheric 3. All right, well, let's take a look at this Curiosity here at Statorus. There's a Life Form 1, so I'm guessing maybe an Eden instance. I mean, it's on a snow. Yep. Good old Eden instance. Good stuff. It helps, what, influence, right? I know it's the resource that our population likes for boosting. It gives approval and it gives science, and in a system development upgrade it gives 30 influence on the system, so that's pretty significant. So hopefully we're going to find out here pretty soon within a few more turns what we have available to us for the rare luxury resources, and that'll be important for us planning ahead. Let's go ahead and move all our fleets. And he's not quite going to make it. This is the only ship that's on a system, and we're basically out of movement here. So we're going to go ahead and fire off a nice big spread of probes. Alright, and then next turn we'll probably head over here to Pisces. I want to take a peek over here on this side. He's chasing me. Let's see, 1, 2. It doesn't look like he'll catch me. So it looks like I will get to Ceres, and they will not get to Ceres yet because his fleet has only a movement speed 7. Just like mine. So then I'll get here to Ceres and I'll be able to explore this subterranean 3. And then I'll have to be moving along since our scout is not able to stand up to a fight against the Sophons like that, not against their fleet. Okay, that's all good. And we can do battle tactics. So our fleet battle tactics. What I want to do here is I'm not really going to use gravity distortion and plasma distortion anymore. We're definitely going to use repair and recover. And I think I'm going to do this team spirit just because it's really nice to have a good short range battle tactic. So team spirit, everything is short range. Turtle, it's mostly short range, a little bit of medium range. Repair and recover is mostly medium, a little bit long, and then power to shields is mostly long with a little bit of medium range. So that looks pretty good. Those are all pretty solid battle tactics that I could see using on a fairly regular basis. All right, let's go ahead and advance the turn, and we'll get a little sneak peek at what's going to happen next turn. So out here, probably we've got the Vodyani, and then somewhere out here, we have the United Empire, we have the Horatio, and we have the Lumeris. The truce has ended, so we can now go back.
We know not what game you play, but we have a proposal.
They want a truce. Well, we're nowhere near any kind of demand threshold. How's our approval looking? Still pretty good. Could actually improve. We could use with a little bit more war, honestly. Uh-huh. Okay, looks like I can probably fire off a full spread of probes. Or something close to it. Might do something like this. Yep, Nothing to see here. Move along. Ooh, that's guarded. Aha. Zane and Spica both turned into colonies. So Spica's there. Zane is on the other side. It's over here. And Osulo, 3 turns left, and it has a food ship on the way of 30. Akamar has a food ship on the way. Gatry has a food ship on the way. Yeah, Akamar becomes a colony next turn. How's Pilgrims looking? We're going to lose the population next turn. And we'll have an attacker produced. And Feeding Pits is going for how long? 2 more turns? I think maybe we're going to make another ship. Yeah. We'll probably make 1 more ship. Cool. Alright, so these guys arrived over here. Ooh, that's a lot more formidable of a fleet. They have a medium ship in there. Those have a laser and a gun, a laser and a gun, a laser and a... Yeah, they're going to be pretty good against my missiles. Alright, so we're going to drop off the intruder. Probably start heading back over to Pilgrims. Alright, so how does this fleet stack up? They get about 1,500 attack, 1,600 defense, 13,000 hit points. Plus another 675, so that's over 2,000 attack, almost around 2,000 defense, and over 23,000 hit points. So yeah, we should be able to take down this fleet at Zarok if we want to, or we can just skip past them for now and focus on taking down the primary target, which is Cephaloros. So that might happen. That could go either way. Population decreasing at Pilgrims. Alright, Cravers are growing. Alright, colonize the Mediterranean at AG 41. Wow, we do better off over here on this Mediterranean because of the Void Stone. Alright, let's see what happens here when we move populations from desert to Mediterranean. A lot of green on the food and the industry. Yep, we lose some dust production, but we gain. So that's definitely the right move. Cool. That's good. And we now have graviton shielded laboratories, and we can colonize Arctic. So we're going to be terraforming things up to Arctic, and we're going to be terraforming things to desert because they're still sterile, but it's much better approval. It's only like a -3 approval penalty per population versus lava and ash and ice and barren tend to be like a -5 per population or -8 per population kind of thing. Alright, luxury price increases in the market. Not that I'm really hitting the market doing any shopping. Okay, there we go. We're going to start doing some we're going to be doing a lot of these level 2 modernizations simply because it takes 40 void stone. That's like 10 turns, 9 turns. We'll be doing a lot of the base level modernizations. Okay, Justicum is here. We're going to guard. Well, it looks like there's not a fleet guarding at Regulus, so that's good. Over at Dill. Life form 3 on a cold. A population. Huh, a Zermasala population. Okay. Well, we got some Cravers. We're going to find out how they taste. Where are they going? Oh, they're going to Zane. All right, cool. Great. I'm glad it's not Pilgrims. So Zane is closer. That's fantastic. Good. Kind of would have been a little bit of a bummer if they went to Pilgrims, but it wouldn't have been that big a deal because we don't really... In this game, we're not really trying to focus on minor populations much at all. Ah, cool. So we can fly on up to Genomos. Oh, looky here. A revealer. Okay, so we're coming up on some Horatio. Alright, we're going to be seeing Horatio soon. Alright, well, he's almost out of movement. If we do go now, though, we'll be able to get to Vyrak next turn. Or I could fire off a spray of probes. Although, honestly, I can fire off a spray of probes from Vyrak. Kind of want to get headed that direction. And then Statorus. Yeah, we'll head over here to Pisces. All right, here we are. We made it over to Ceres. Subterranean 3 on a cold, on a tundra. Okay, what do we got? Nano Haze defenses, plus 25% defending troops health on systems. And I think that is not a unique building. Yeah, it's not a unique building. So can have those all over the place. Any place that I feel the need of building it, I can. Cool, okay. Well, I need to not stay here at Ceres, but I don't necessarily know where I want to go. I suspect Cleone may be guarded. All right, so I'm just going to send a probe over that way to get a look at Cleone, see how dangerous that situation is. And then I'm going to fly up here just to kind of get out of town. Okay, Infinite Factory. All right, so this ship has 2 probes. It has how much movement left? 10 movement left. So each probe uses 7 points of movement. So we have movement remaining. Yeah, we should be able to explore the Curiosity. Alright, here we go. Let's do this. And this should progress our faction quest. So let's see what we got as a Curiosity. 100 dust, okay. Search the quest Curiosity with this hero at level 9, and we get the Accelerated Ovipositor, which gives us 30% more manpower capacity on all of our systems. The final chapter, A Time of Ascension. So we go deeper into the factory, and there are virtual endless here, and they want us to swear loyalty to our ancient masters and then break the spine of the galaxy. So we can either choose Rebellion, use the fleet action Invade after destroying the Wasp fleet. I don't know where the Wasp fleet is. I don't know how big or scary it might be. If we defeat the Wasp fleet and invade the Infinite Factory, then we get Insatiable Maw. Refuse Force Truce without cost or penalty. So that would allow us to... The military allows... A military law, base law, allows us to declare war for free. And this would make it where we never have to have a truce again. Like every time somebody wants to force truce on us, we could just refuse for free. So it would be eternal war, endless war, right? That sounds pretty good. Submission. If we submit to the will of virtuals and possess 29 planets, we get Voice of the Queen, which gives us +2 influence per destroyed command point on ships. So it just makes it where we just generate influence by destroying enemy fleets. Okay, well, I definitely am going to choose Rebellion, but I'm not going to do it just this second because I don't have a fleet here that can fight. This is an exploration fleet. This is not a battle fleet. Okay, together we can move out. So let's leave the system. Yes, we'll move to a place of safety. And I looked online. I did not find anywhere any kind of information about what does the Rebellion fleet, Wasp fleet, look like. So this is going to be new information. I'm going to make sure I post this on the internet somewhere. We are choosing Rebellion. The Cravers will not be slaves again. Prepare for battle. Okay, here we go. There's the fleet. Now we know. A Hornet, a Wasp, a Soldier, and a Drone. Okay, 37,500 hit points, almost 12,000 attack, 3,700 defense, heavily kinetic. It's a carrier, a hunter, all missiles. The soldier is all lasers, and the drone is all guns, I think. And that one is mostly guns, looks like. Possibly, I don't really see anything that's indicating squadrons. So it's like a carrier class. It's large size ship, but it looks like it's like a battleship versus like a carrier ship. Okay, so we're going to have to put together like a serious fleet because 12,000 attack, yeah. We'll have to circle back to that after we can build some real fleet. Yeah, cool. Glad I got those guys out of there before making the choice on the quest. Alright, so I'll have to update my system build queues. I'll move some populations towards these two new systems, Spica and Zane, and I'll get those build queues set up on those planets or systems. Wars. 13 Jadonics is not really very meaningful. I think I probably want the war. I mean, I could change up some of these laws. I'm running really aggressive on negative laws. I've got brains. I've got cram exam and super tax act going. I would say, since we're no longer at war with the Unfallen, and I don't think we have anything in that area anymore, right? No, we sure don't. Yeah, let's go to war with the Unfallen.
The Unfallen greet you in the hopes that your goal is greater harmony.
Yep, greater harmony. Greater harmony. That's when there's nobody left except me, right? Okay, so there's Horatio and there is the Vogyani. Okay, so how are we looking on approval now? See, that's better. I like that better. Okay, cool. All right, so we don't need to change our laws. We still have enough bandwidth, even though we're at 11 of 9. We're still okay on approval. So I don't really need to... I don't need to declare more wars, and I don't need to cancel any laws.
The heart beats with caution when dealing with you. And this is the sort of reason why.
So we're going to say no to the Jadonics. And done. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'll do the rest off camera. I think at this point, I moved everything that needed moving, and this fleet, when it arrives, we'll team up. So I think that's about it for this turn. Yeah. All right, folks. We'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks everybody for watching.